Good afternoon, all. My voice is audible to everyone, and screen is properly visible.
Yes, sir.
Is there any mirror in screen, or just screen is visible? Hello?
Yes, the screen is visible.
Okay, fine. Turn off your mic. So, in morning class, before I start the discussion, just keep your notebook ready with, so you can copy the instruction whatever going to discuss today's class. Even morning also, few instruction you are copied. So you should keep the copy of these instruction. It required when you start writing the program. Okay. After repeatedly using this list, you can memorize all the instruction, and it's working also. Okay, you including the usage also. Okay. So morning we started the instructions. Started with simple add instruction. It can be 2 operand or 3 operand instruction. Then after that, different classes of instructions are there: data processing, branch, load, store, software interrupt instructions, program status register. Today I'll finish up data processing and branch instruction. Okay. Few part of it is complete the finish up the branch instruction. Okay. The next class we will concentrate more on load store. It need more time required to explain about load store instruction. Yes, suffix is used to update your CPSR, flag bits in the CPSR. We discuss about move MVN, move, two move instruction. One is negate move instruction. Then we discuss about barrel shifter instruction. What is the use of it? What is the advantage of barrel shifter instruction? As I said that morning we discussed it. Barrel shifter does not support multiply instruction. Then with the help of as I said that does not, because we are using shift towards right or towards left. If division if you want, shift towards right. Multiplication if you want, shift towards left side. Okay, these are the few three instruction that does not support by does not support the barrel shifter instruction. Okay, these are the list of those barrel shifter instruction: left, logical left shift, logical right shift, arithmetic right shift, rotate right extended. Okay, so this does not support by multiply instruction. There is even there is no specific hardware for division instruction, because it does not have a division instruction in the ARM7. Okay, then how to use these instruction? We have to use within the any other data processing instruction. Here move as R0 R1 logical left shift. How many times you want shift? That is #1. Only one time shifted towards left side. The content of R1 is shifted towards left side only one time, and that copied to the register R0. You can observe that this is the initial content of R0 and R1. After shifting, R0 will update with the new value. Okay, so even not only it copy the content of after shifting, these work will carried by the barrel shifter. This part, barrel shifter. Okay, before it sent to the ALU. Okay, then after not only copy the after shifting operation, it will copy to R0, also update your CPSR, current program status. Flag bits are get updated. Here we can observe that initially carry bit is lowercase c means logical 0, higher case c means logical 1. Okay, it will change your carry flag bit, because as you know the working of logical left shift, the MSB bit copied to the your carry flag bit. Okay, it will update the carry. Okay, and this update indicated with the suffix s. If you are using without s, it will not update your CPSR. CPSR remains what is the prior condition execution of instruction, same condition after even after execution of the instruction. If you want to update the changes in the CPSR, append with the yes suffix, you have to use it. Now look at one more example. As this barrel shifter, I'll go back. Barrel shifter performs multiplication or division by power of 2. If you are shifting towards left side, then multiplication. If right side, that is division. This is known to everyone. That is, again, once if you shifted towards left side, it's nothing but multiply by 2. If you division shifting towards right side, division by 2. Then how we can perform different multiplication operation? For example, 3 into 2. So we'll get the answer 6. Nothing but only once you have to shift towards the left side. Okay. Then we'll get that answer, we'll get 6. But how we can perform 3 into 3? Where we'll get the answer is 9. How we can perform this one? Can anyone know the answer? I got my point, I think. You can perform 3 into 4, 3 into 8. No problem. Power up 2, you can perform it. If that number is not power up 2, then how you can perform multiplication?
Shift, sir.
Can anyone know the answer?
Using shift, sir.
Yes, how we can perform? I want to perform 3 into 3. We'll get the answer 9.
Shift 3 times, sir.
Shift 3 times, nothing but it is multiply by 8 times. 8. 3 into 8, it become answer become how much? 8 3s are 24. Correct? Which is wrong answer. We can't even shift thrice. Because once if you shift, it is multiply by 2. Twice if it shift, multiply by 4. Thrice if it shift, multiply by 8. If you are shifting towards left side. Okay. Okay, now I'll come to the answer. This is where everyone know about this. 3 into 2, how much will get? 6. 6 plus 3, how much will get? 9. So I have to write the instruction like this. Add R0, comma, R1, comma, R1, comma, LSL hash 1. Because for add instruction, you can use 3 operands. Okay. So this will perform what? 3 into 2. Let's assume that in the content of R1 is 3. Let's assume that. Content of R1 is 3. That is multiply by 2. So you'll get the answer 6. That is going back to add with again R3. But actually R1 content is because result is available in barrel shifter. It not update your content of R1. Okay. It is available in the barrel shifter itself. Okay. So it will add with the 3. After adding, we'll get the 9. That 9 result will copy back to the R0. So result will copy here. Okay. So this way we can perform the addition. On this way we have to perform the number which is not power of a multiplication, which is not power of 2. Similarly, you can perform a 3 into 5 also, which is 15. How we can perform this one? Let's assume that R1 having the already I stored the content of R1 is 3. You can perform 3 into 4. How much will get? 12. 12 plus 3, how much will get? 15. So 3 into 4, nothing but twice I have to shift towards the left side. So instead of hash 1, I'll make hash 2. So this will perform 3 into 4 will get 12, and that 12 get added to the 3 will get 15. That is stored back in the R0. I hope you got the how to use the multiplication which is not power of 2. 5 is not power of 2. Even 3 also is not power of 2. Same thing we can perform for 3 into 6 also. 3 into 6, which is 18. How we can perform this one? Okay, some of the answers are posted here. Okay, sir. Just okay, sir. Okay, fine. I hope you got the idea about how we can perform the multiplication or division which are not power up to. Okay, this is one simple example. I said it. The many examples will come across during discussion. Okay, I'll move further. Now we'll start with the arithmetic instruction now. Okay, these are the few arithmetic instruction. Copy this table, everyone. This is syntax, and these are all the arithmetic instruction, their description and their working or operation. Okay, everyone must copy this one. Everyone copy this table. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, copy this table, including syntax. Okay, fine. Now, oh, sorry, it's closed. Now, we'll discuss the one by one working of each instruction. The first one is syntax. If you look into the syntax, the instruction, out of these, any one with the instruction. So this is condition, nothing but we can use conditional branch instruction. Okay, or we can say the suffix, branch instruction suffix, you can use it. Yes suffix is for to update your CPSR flag bits. If you want to update, for that purpose you have to append with the yes suffix. There are few more conditional branch instruction suffix are there. Only this we briefly discussed in first model. Even in this model also just repeat the same thing. Then RD is destination, RN is source, and N is another source also. Okay, we can use either 2 source or 3 source, depends on what purpose or how many operands are there. Okay. The first instruction is add with carry. It will not add only these two number Rn and N along with the status of flag bit, that is carry flag bit here. Carry can be either 0 or 1 during execution of add with carry. Next, add instruction only add the Rn and N. It will not add with the carry. Only simple addition. Then reverse subtraction. Now here Rn plus Rn. Now here N minus Rn. Reversely subtracted. Okay. Then reverse subtraction with carry. N minus Rn minus complement of carry flag bit. This exponential symbol indicate complement. Then subtract with carry here. Subtract with carry or subtract with borrow also it's called. Okay. Rn minus, it is simple subtraction. Rn minus, it is similar to your add with carry. Subtract with carry now. Rn minus N minus complement of flag. Then simple subtraction, only just Rn minus N sub. Okay. All these are all 32-bit instruction. They support 32-bit numbers. Okay. Now I'll discuss with a simple example. This is subtraction. Subtract R0, R1, R2. Before execution of this instruction, content of, look at the content of R0 is 0, R1 is 2, R2 is 1. So nothing but the number is subtracted from the R1 minus, I'll write here, R0 is equal to R1 minus R2. Okay. So the middle operand, from this operand, the third operand is subtracted and result stored in the first operand, that is R0. Okay, that is the in hexadecimal 1. This indicate hexadecimal 0x. Okay, morning we discussed about this. Okay. Then one more reverse subtraction, nothing but here the R1 content is subtracted from the 0. Okay, here you can have the 0 minus this 0x, nothing but hexadecimal minus R1 content and stored in the destination register, that is R0. Okay, you will get the 2's complement form answer, that is FFFFF 6Fs 89. Okay, this perform 2's complement subtraction. Then subtract with the suffix s. If you want to update the CPSR, now CPSR is included here. You can observe that this is initial caps indicate the logic 1, lowercase indicate logic 0, and it is in user mode. Okay, negative 0, carry, overflow, then saturation, then interrupt, fast interrupt, thumb, and different processor mode. Okay, that is out of 7 mode, it is user mode you are working on it. Okay, so R1 minus #1, so answer will get 0 because the #1 nothing but it is immediate addressing mode. Directly constant number I have specified with the hash. Okay, morning we discussed that hash we are going to use it for constant numbers. So R1 is equal to R1 minus 1. R1 content also is 1. 1 minus 1 will get the answer 0. So it will update only 0 flag bit. Because result we got the 0. That's why 0 flag set to 1. And your after subtraction result stored in the R1. Okay, if you are using the suffix s, then only update the flag bits. If you are not using this one, it will not update the 0 flag. 0 flag becomes small z only. It will not change to logic 1. It remains at logic 0. Okay, there is no change in the any flag bits. Okay, if you want to change the flag bits, so you have to attach the or suffix the yes. Okay, now one more, you can use barrel shifter instruction. What do you discuss just now? Add R0, R1, R1, R. I wrote here twice here. Okay, you can read. It's not that always with these two operand always with the same. You can use any other register also. If you are working with barrel shifter for other register, that also you can use it. But as you know, the barrel shifter, in barrel shifter, I'll go back. Why the two operands are same? Because this is Rn and Rm you are working. Only along with the two register you are working it. Keep in mind that. So you can't add the third register also. That does not support by ARM7, but higher versions will support it. Yeah. Okay. This is Rn and R1 is your Rm. Okay. That's why it is R1, R1, LSL #1. Okay. The content of R1 shifted once towards left side, and that is added to same to the content of R1, and that result stored in the R0. Nothing but R0 is equal to R1 plus R1 into 2. R1 is how much? 5. 5 plus 5 into 2. How much you'll get? 5 plus 5 into 2 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. In decimal, this is in decimal. But all answers are stored in register in hex. That is F. Okay. That's why the R0 content is F and R1 is, because after multiplication the 10 is stored here now. Okay, the 10 is stored here. 10 is stored here. Then not only store it, also add with the 5 when again stored that after addition the result will store back in register R0, that is 15 in decimal, F in hexadecimal. Okay, this is F in hexadecimal. Okay. Now come to the logical instruction. This is all about arithmetic instruction. So everyone must copy these all instruction, including syntax. Yes, any doubt? Ask them to take a screenshot of, sorry, instead of copying, already portion is behind. Praveen Kati, Why you need screenshot, Praveen? I'll provide the notes, don't worry, but you should keep the list of it. So once if you write, then you can easily remember it. I know that no one going to directly, most of you are referring it during internal, but during writing program, you must need this list of all instruction. Okay, that's why I'm saying that to copy these instruction. This is not the headache or anything I have given to you. Just copy all these instruction, including the syntax and these logical instruction. Okay, this is well known instruction to everyone, and or XOR and bit clear, and it perform logical AND operation or perform bitwise logical OR operation. Then XOR will perform exclusive OR of bitwise operation. Okay. Now here BIC. BIC means bit clear. BI means bit, C means clear. The bit clear nothing but the source operand is logically AND with the complement of n. Now this sign indicate complement. Okay, we'll look into that. Here this is example of, these are the example logical OR. These are the initial content of it. R00, R1 is some hexadecimal number, R2 is another hexadecimal number. These two perform logical OR operation and results stored in the R1. So nothing but these are all bitwise operation. Okay, nothing but this hex number internally convert into the binary. The binary form is perform logical operation of content of R1 and R2, R1 with R2, and results stored in the R0. Now here bit clear now, BIC. Carefully observe that these are the initial content of 0. B indicate I am working with the binary number. In some compiler uses 2_11111. The 2_ meaning is that is binary number. Okay, some compiler using it, or your Kyle compiler lab experiment you are using 2_. Okay, R2 is B0 0101 now. Okay, now these two bit clear now. Carefully observe that the wherever the R2, look at the position of MSB to LSB, wherever the R2 is logic 1, that corresponding bit of R1 is become 0. Wherever the R2 bits is 0, logical 0, that corresponding bit is, there is no change in that, it remains at same. Wherever 1 is there, that corresponding bit is 0. Similarly, if 0, there is no change in that bit. So answer you will get 1010, that is stored back in the R0. Okay, it is called bit clear. Wherever which bit you want to make to clear nothing but logic 0. So these two bits are set to logic 0. So that corresponding bit had to set to logic 1 and rest all set to the logic 0. Okay, if I'll do some small change in this. If you write 0011, so these two bit become 00 and rest all bit become 11. So which corresponding bit you want to make it to 0? So that bit position have to set to logic 1. Okay, now even you can make this as 0. So this will the answer will get. Only LSB bit becomes set to 0, rest all becomes same. Okay, this is the answer for that. This is bit clear. Okay. Now move on to the next instruction, that is compare instruction. Now a more frequently used instruction, and it do not require suffix yes, because it does not change the content of destination register or source register. Only compare that and directly update the flag bits. So it does not require yes suffix. Okay, that's why only it update the flag bits were. It will not store anything, or not even, it will not update any register also. Okay. So copy these all compare instruction. I'll give only 2 minutes for this. This is more frequently used instruction. Keep in mind that. Copy this table and syntax. Compare, compare negate, compare, test for equality, test bit. Okay. Copy it neatly. This is more frequently used instruction. CMP is more frequently used. Compare, neglect, negated, test bit is not that much, very rarely used, but more frequently CMP is used. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, the name itself indicates that we are comparing the source with the destination now. Okay. Now here the compare negate nothing but both the operands Rn and N is added but does not store any result. Nowhere result is stored. After adding, whether result will get 0, whether result will get any carry, whether any overflow, whether any negative result. So nothing but only update the flag bits. Similarly, simple compare instruction. Here it will perform subtraction. That is Rn minus N, not N minus Rn. Keep in mind that Rn minus N. After subtraction, whether result is 0, then 0 flag set to 1, otherwise 0. Similarly, carry, similarly, overflow, similarly, any negative flag bit. The result is negative or positive. Okay. Similarly, test equality, it performs the exclusive OR operation of Rn with the N and only update the flag bits. It will not store any result because you can observe that there is no destination register here. Only source are there. Even test bit also, it perform logical AND operation and update the flag bits. It does not store any result. Only simple you are comparing it, whether it is smaller, larger or equal. So that we need compare instruction. We during comparison we will not store any result. Only check that one, larger, smaller. For that we need, that will get it from your flag bits. So through flag bits we can write the program based on comparison. Okay. Now here the simple instruction example on compare instruction. R0 is initially 4, even R9 also initially 4. Look at the status of flag bits. The negative flag bit is 0, 0 flag bit is 0, carry flag also is 0, overflow also is 0, saturation 0, rest all same thing. But after execution of compare instruction, it internally performs R0 minus R9 and does not store result. But you know that after this 4 minus 4 will get 0 result. So it will update only 0 flag bit. So it will not generate any negative result. There is no carry, no question of overflow also. So negative flag becomes 0, 0 flag become 1, then carry flag becomes 0 and overflow flag becomes 0. Okay, that's why the Z is capital here after execution and Z is here small here. Okay. Nothing but it only update the flag bits. Only compare that whether they both are equal or not. If are equal, then 0 flag set to 1. If not equal, 0 flag set to 0 only. Okay. Now come to the multiply instruction now. So this is a bit lengthier. Only copy these two things, syntax and MLA and mul, because we are most frequently are using MLA and mul. Rest all signed multiplication and unsigned multiplication and long multiplication are there. Very rarely are going to use that one. Only copy the syntax and MLA and mul instruction. Copy it fast. Only 4 rows you have to write, 4 line you have to write. Okay, done, copied. Okay, fine. Okay. So multiply, you know the working of multiply instruction, multiply the two numbers and store a result. Now here, one more additional instruction, that is MLA, multiply and accumulate. Not only multiply, you can observe that this is the syntax of it. You can use conditional suffix branch instruction. You can use suffix yes to update your flag bits. These are the, in flower bracket, whatever given, optional nothing, but you can, if you want condition, then only you can use the suffix CPSR suffix yes or branch instruction, this condition. Okay, we'll discuss this later on. Here 4 operands are there for MLA. These two will multiply and add with this Rn, accumulate it, and that result stored in the RD. Multiply, simple instruction. Multiply Rm with the Rs, and these two will multiply it and result stored in the RD. Okay. Now there are few more things are there, that is related to signed multiplication and unsigned multiplication. Okay. This is SMLAL, signed multiply and accumulate long. Nothing but the here involved the 4 operands, again same 4 operands are there. RD lower, RD higher, RM and RS. Okay. The RD lower byte, lower 32-bit, RD higher 32-bit, because all registers are 32-bit. RM also 32-bit, even RS also is 32-bit. So it will multiply with that and add that with the 64-bit number. This comma indicate here, we are adding that number with the 64-bit number. That's when accumulate long. Okay. Then SMULL, signed multiply long. So it will not add this one, only multiply. It will not add with the RD higher and lower. It will just multiply, simple multiplication. Then unsigned multiplication, accumulate long, similar to here, but unsigned. It not work with, it will not consider the negative flag bit here, only unsigned. Similarly here also, UMULL, unsigned multiply long, only perform multiply, unsigned multiplication. It is nothing but it will not take the, change the multiplication sign. You know that -2 into -2, how much will get? -4 will get or +4 will get?
-4, sir.
-4 will get. Okay, if you are working with the signed multiplication, you get -4. -2 into -2, unsigned multiplication, then unsigned. Only will get the
Plus.
4. Plus 4. So it will not worry about the sign of the multiplication. That is signed and unsigned multiplication. Now one more remaining, that is signed multiply long. Now here we'll get the result in 64 bit. Okay, because the answer will get 64 bit. You can observe that 32 into 32, 64 will get. Here 32 into 32 plus 64, result will get 64 bit. Again SMU double L also 64. Then signed multiply and accumulate also will get the 64. All answer will get the 64 bit. Nothing but these two, combination of these two destination register will provide you the 64 bit multiplication result. It will not go beyond that 65 bit or in something else. Only 64 bit, maximum 64 bit will store the result. And that 64 bit divided into two, lower half and upper half. This is lower half stored here at first operand, and second operand store the higher remaining higher 32 bits. Okay, so what's the time? Okay, 3 more minutes are remaining. Okay, in next class I'll stop here. Next class we have finished now data processing instruction, where we discuss about multiply, compare, logical instructions, arithmetic instruction, then along with the barrel shifter instruction. Okay, those we have discussed. Tomorrow we'll discuss branch instruction, including unconditional and conditional. These are all conditional branch instruction. Then we'll start with load and store instruction. There are different types of load and store instructions are there. We'll discuss one by one. Slowly we'll go here, load and store. Then after that, this is more time consuming, because single register transfer and multiple register transfer, that you have to discuss here. Now in simple word, if you are good with the pointer now, then easily you can understand the load store instruction. It does not take much time. Only you must have good knowledge of pointer, which you have studied in C programming. Okay, or in simple word, register indirect addressing mode in CO. Hope you remember that. That more frequently used in load and store instruction. Okay. Okay, one more thing before I end. Tomorrow afternoon you have any scheduled classes? Tomorrow afternoon? Don't worry, weekly, actually I'm planning to conduct weekly on Monday and Tuesday to conduct the extra classes. No other days, only Monday and Tuesday afternoon, because we have labs in Monday and Tuesday, B1 and B2 batch, I think. It's not that only for B division, it is the same applicable for A division also. Tomorrow you have any scheduled class? Okay, fine, let it be. We'll discuss tomorrow. I have morning class. We'll discuss morning. We'll decide it. Yes, Vivek. Okay.
Sir, 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock, no class, sir.
Okay, tomorrow also I'll continue with at 3 o'clock. So, ಊಟ ಗಿಟ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ರಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾಕೆ. Correct, 3 o'clock I think it's better. So you can have food and one power nap and get ready at 3 o'clock. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. Stop here. You can leave the Google Meet.